All right, so this is happening again.
Welcome back to Jive and Honey's Famous for Nothing, the #1 podcast for Christ and country.
What does Christ and country have to do with celebrities? Well, Jesus was pretty famous.
Jesus is the #1 American celebrity.
He is.
That's right, he's American.
He's American. He's white. He's Jesus.
That's a tough pill for people to swallow, huh? The fact that he is not
shit.
white.
We just lost half of America.
And hung out with hookers.
Yeah, hookers.
Hookers.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's good.
I mean, man of the people.
well, it's going to go along with our theme today.
Oh, yeah?
Jesus and hookers. That's what we just named this episode, didn't we?
Jesus and hookers.
Jesus
Wow,
and
I
hookers.
really thought it would go deeper before we found Gary is sweaty today.
Yeah, I think Gary's going to leave right now. Sorry, Gary. But I'm feeling like a little loosey-goosey. I got a nice rub down this morning.
Get you loose.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess. It's got me something.
Oh yeah, that post when they get the toxins out and you get
toxins out, and they drink water, and you're just like, I'm concentrating on walking right now. But it's a legit. It's like a you
got legitimate massage.
Yeah. Massage therapist and work some shit out. But lying there, I was thinking, out of all these years of all the fucked up things we've done and bad decisions in our lives,
Of which there are many.
which are many. We probably will talk about all of them, most of them. We never went to a rub and tug.
No, never been to a massage parlor.
Right.
Never transactionally paid for sex. Like I've paid with my soul.
Yeah.
And I've dinners, vacations,
Vacations,
clothing,
presents, clothing.
gifts.
Yeah.
But never thanks for that. Peel off
Right.
a couple fives.
Right. We'll have to go into our bachelor party stories at another time because I have another story for today. Because it was not for lack of trying on one bachelor party.
Oh yeah, but we were in it for the laughs, not for the boners.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was
a lot of the stuff we do is more just for kicks and giggles,
just for
Yeah.
just for yucks.
But and then I was thinking, we used to drink at a bar that had a balcony, and the balcony was right over a well-known
Oh yes,
rub and tug establishment, and yet we were never drunk enough, or we never thought to actually go over, and even once just to try it, bucket list that shit.
Yeah, never. So funny thing, I ran into one of the bartenders from that bar.
St. Jack's.
It was the bar was St. Jack's.
St. Jack's.
Probably have to beat that out. Maybe no, it's gone. So it's fine.
Gone. Yeah.
And I won't name who I was talking to, but she is still Asian.
Yeah.
And another mutual,
I wonder who it was.
Another mutual friend of ours, one night, was like, "Hey, can you come with me?" And took her across the street, knocked on the door, and went, "Hey, I brought my own. Is that cool?" And they just slammed the little.
That didn't go over well?
No, they hated it. But
It's not a BYO?
not a BYO. But his commitment to that was very funny.
Oh, I wish. Did you know at the time?
No, I just heard this story for the first time 3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
Very funny.
One, she's the coolest chick.
Yeah, she told me the story. So it's
Yeah. But for her to do that is, she just went up another notch.
Yes,
she's very cool.
The coolest.
That is too goddamn funny. I wish I had known at the time. It would have been so
I
hilarious.
know. It's so great.
Oh my gosh.
But needless to say, we did sit there from the second floor. I remember one night watching the Vice squad come and bust the place.
Right. That was always the fear.
Yeah. But we never saw any. We didn't see any guys get any Johns. It was only the girls that got pulled out that we saw. Right?
Yeah, that seems. I guess that's always the case. I don't know.
But I think it was also early. I don't think it was after midnight or after 2 a.m., which feels like maybe on Google would say this place is busy now.
Yeah. I also had a close proximity to the whole rub and tug experience is
Family. Practically.
Practically. I think legally in some states it would have been. But an ex-girlfriend's father, who was insane, a gentleman named Fred. We'll just go by Fred.
We'll call him Fred.
Fred.
That for sure was not his real name.
Fred was always up to shenanigans. But he was a handyman for a rub and tug establishment.
I recall this. He wasn't just a handyman. He was sort of like a master carpenter for them.
Yeah. He worked. Yeah, he did a lot of things. I'm not going to mention everything he did for them.
How was it built? I can't remember entirely. How
it was on the corner, and on the bottom floor was a iron work place that made like grates and all this stuff, and the massage parlor was up on top, and there's a secret door that you had to know about to knock on. But what he did, he built two things for them, specifically for them. One was a drop box, so it's for their cash. And this was back in the day where cash was
all cash, right?
Much more prevalent.
You couldn't Venmo your hooker.
You're not putting it on the family card.
Do they accept Venmo? Like, is that
now?
like
they have to?
I guess. I mean,
yeah. If you don't care if it's digitally traced, paper just if you paid cash.
Honey, I'm checking the statement. This seems. I think we got hacked. No. It's fine.
It's China.
Don't talk to anybody.
It's definitely China.
Don't talk to anybody.
But he did a drop box, which was very cool, where the cash would go down a chute, but they owned the building next door, and it would go in next door into a safe.
No cash on premises.
No cash on premises. So if they got busted, that's one thing the cops do is take the money.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, maybe the smartest thing I ever heard Fred did.
I'm sure it wasn't his idea. They're like, "Can you make this happen?"
There you go. Well,
he's
Fred ran this place
give me some
for
scrap
somebody,
wood.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't get connected with them, but it was like somebody he knew.
It was. Yeah, I don't know how.
Savvy businessman.
I never asked how he got involved, but the other thing he did, he made a Scooby-Doo bookcase that pivoted. And when they were getting busted, all the illegal girls would run into the bookcase, and they would close it, and they would hide in the wall.
You don't know how badly I want to do an Asian voice right now. It's
an
killing
Asian
me.
voice or a Scooby-Doo voice?
Oh, it's an Asian voice set in Scooby-Doo. I want to do little laughter and little nervous laughter like this.
So
we should have him come build us bookshelves.
Oh my God, I don't want to see Fred ever again. It was like I was heartbreaken over the breakup, but Fred out of my life was okay.
If by chance this podcast hits, like, and we could come up with a threshold for this, like big. Can Fred build us a set with secret compartments?
Yes.
Because
money separates you from everything.
With Chinese women hidden in the set?
No. No.
Were they Chinese?
Were they? We would pay extras to play the role of.
Okay, yeah. If we could do non-union. Were they Chinese or Korean
I don't know,
do you know?
But I did spend time there. And
qualify that.
But that's
legitimate time.
Legitimate
not
time
like
there. Like I was helping
out,
bringing supplies or whatever. And also Fred would be like, no, not that kind of supplies. Building supplies for all the things he was building. But he's like, you have to meet the madam. She's an amazing woman. She's super funny. And she cooks amazing Thai food. And I was like,
whether or not she was Thai.
Yeah, I don't know if
we don't know.
Thai, but it was all Asian. And so I would sit there and we'd have like family meal with all the working girls, me and Fred, and we'd eat, and it was delicious. And she was hilarious. So like hanging out with the working girls, you don't exactly want to become a customer. And then on top of that, Fred's there.
Right, yeah. You're, for
my
all intents
quote
purposes,
unquote
father-in-law.
So it's like,
this actually just reminded me.
Oh,
do you remember the time we were in the car with a friend of ours, and the Phillies were playing the playoffs, and because of our friend's business associate, someone called him and ordered up a bunch of hookers for to send to the
right.
But he then told us, he's like, oh yeah, my business partner's mom
knows all the
is a Russian madam.
Right. Yes.
And she's like the white game in town.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is Asian and she's got all the white girls.
All the white girls. All the
And
Russian.
we were like, first of all, the fact that the whole business transaction that he middlemanned the whole thing on the phone with us in the car ride.
Right. We had a half-hour car ride, and 20 minutes of it was them hiring hookers for the.
Yeah. Which wasn't like a sabotage thing. Like
where that's what I thought.
You've heard bad stories about Philadelphia where no restaurant will deliver to this team in the playoffs. Right. No. This was these were ordered by the team allegedly. It was probably want to beep out the name of that team now that I'm thinking about it.
It might not have been for the players. It might have been for the executives or the upper office or the service workers.
Yes, it was a lot of hookers, as I recall. It was a
lot of hookers.
So I'm thinking maybe not the
funny.
travel staff.
And we've taken this car ride with this client or associate many times, and it's always something.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we've had a couple good phone calls in that.
Yeah. A lot of before gambling apps.
Oh, he took a lot of bets.
He took a lot of bets.
He middlemanned a lot of bets. He didn't take bets. He didn't take bets. He And again, this was not his business. This was a person he owned a business with's mother.
Basically, but he is like when you're like, I need this, and you say, I know a guy. He's the middleman. It's like you might not personally know a guy who could get 10 white hookers.
Right.
We know a guy who knows a guy.
We know a guy who knows a guy.
But like he's also
plausible deniability on that.
We needed to shoot in a funeral parlor. We call up him.
Yep.
And he's like, I know a guy, and we're shooting in a funeral parlor.
Yeah, that's true. And we're like, hey, we want to shoot something
you need these people.
Yeah, but also by the same token, we need to shoot in a banana factory. And he's like, yeah, I know a guy.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, it's not always sex and death. It is other things which you'll.
Oh yeah.
It's always worth an ask.
He's diversified.
Is all I'm saying.
He's diversified is what we're saying.
He's diversified.
But back to, I think one of the big reasons why we never did it is like fear of getting busted, because that's the last thing you want to do is be caught with your pants down.
I think
you got some splaining to do.
I think because we never had hooker talks. It was always like, oh, what about the rub and tug? It was never like, I want to fuck somebody. It was like, oh, get jerked off. Yeah. Because disease, super scared of disease. Yeah, but like getting busted was definitely a deterrent.
Because only because of our luck. If something was going to go wrong, we had something else. Yeah. It's but this leads to our topic, and the best known rub and tug, sex scandal was the professional football teams. I don't know why we can't say.
No, we can say Robert Kraft. It's news because it's
Robert Kraft.
Did you look up the story?
Yes.
How did it end? Finally, did they drop the charges?
I did not see it. All I saw was that his arrest was a big sting, and they ended up arresting a bunch of people for sex trafficking. It was it was a huge ring that
right. Yeah,
he had nothing to do with.
I remember this now.
He had nothing to do with it. But
he was
almost like a hero. But the sad thing, I don't know. I found it sad. Some people find it really skeezy. But this happened right after his wife passed away. And I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy, and he's just like
for a billionaire,
a lonely guy. He's on the road. He's down in Florida, And I love the name. It was called the Orchid of Asia Day Spa.
First of all, I'll tell you, a good friend of ours who's from Boston,
yes,
Eric Wagner, said immediately after Robert Kraft's arrest, he goes, well, I mean, it is nearly impossible to jerk off with 5 Super Bowl rings on. I went, well,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's awesome.
But pretty funny.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Does he sit there with all 5 on his hands? You know,
It's like, use your other hand.
yeah.
That was my first thought.
Oh my God. But yeah, but it's like, I don't know, you're so rich. You have so much money. The world is at your disposal. Why do you have to go the Orchids of Asia day spa in Juniper, Florida? Why are you you're in a car and you're going to a rub and tug place and you are worth billions with a B?
I will tell you why. Because the Orchid of Asia was convenient. It was on his way somewhere, and he thought, you know what? I need to
pull over.
I'm just going to real quick get in, get out. Real quick, just
clear my mind.
Clear
Your mind.
Clear the gun, clear the chamber out, and you know what? I mean, pent up versus the clarity.
Oh yeah, I can do advanced math after.
It's like they say meditation gives you this different headspace. Yeah. Not like that. Not like post nut clarity. Post nut clarity is next level.
Yeah, it's next level. But it closes so quick.
It does because
you go into a fog about
because
an
you know
hour
what
later.
like an hour later if you haven't had a sandwich you're like I could jerk off again.
But it's crazy and Famous for Nothing is all about everything celebrity, fame, and today is going to be about sex scandals. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's not that they're above it. They're human beings. Of course, they have weird desires and wants. But I'm just saying, when you have money, doesn't that buy discretion?
You would think. It's like I've said this before. It's like, why are you driving yourself when you're that wealthy?
Right. But this
is kind of same. It's like
right. That's for like drunkenness and accidents and speeding and all the dumb shit you can do in a car. But this is getting a hand job, basically in public. And that, I have a whole list of people that have gotten caught in public, and right.
But it's also, it feels like if you're that wealthy, you should be like, hey, listen, I got this NDA here. I just need you to sign this real quick. And here, now we can,
he got busted.
But it's because he went somewhere.
Right,
Isn't there, where is the Heidi Fleiss of today?
Right.
Where did she go? Well, she went to jail. But, I mean, I guess people look at this as I
guess you don't want it in your home. I guess maybe that's a thing, too.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And, the old adage is, you don't pay a hooker for sex. You pay them to leave after.
Right. Then you're paying them because they came to your house.
Right.
But
right. Yeah, you don't want them in the house. So I guess as soon as you leave your house, you're in public.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
The next and you don't want to roll up to someone's house, right? It has to be a known commodity. You can't get Robert Kraft can't get clubbed in the back of the head and his Rolex taken doing a 4th floor walk up to some hooker's place.
Right, but there's expensive. You go to a hotel. You go to the Beverly Hills Hotel and get a room, and you're paying.
Right, you're paying for the discretion of the hotel as well, right? I mean, an expensive hotel, they're like, right. Yeah, wink, wink, nod, nod. Use the service elevator.
Yeah, I mean, you think he's.
You think.
Yeah,
you think. Also, we have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea.
We are talking out our asses because we're neither wealthy, famous, nor have hired hookers.
But that's also one of the just dumbfounding things about celebrity and fame is that they're still doing this.
Nobody tells them no. Nobody tells them not to.
Right. And then also, I still think it goes one. You have to be kind of an odd fucking bird to succeed in whatever you're doing.
Giant head, have to be weird.
Has to be weird.
You know what's funny, though? In thinking about this, most of the time, musicians, especially ones that are at the top of their game, never get busted because they got guys working the crowd. They got backstage stuff, whatever.
But
groupies,
as long as they're of age, no one cares. Yeah. You're supposed to be having fucking weird...
But inherently, a byproduct of being a rock star is groupies.
Right. Yeah.
So they've
you're
got
not
them
paying
already. They've already got them.
I mean, like, you gotta
It's built
cut
in.
it off. You gotta have a cutoff number.
Right. It's built into the model.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We heard stories. David Lee Roth, Van Halen. They would like source crowd
Original crowdsourcing.
Yeah. And guys would come up to girls and they would go under.
Def Leppard built a party room under their stage and would go down in the middle of the set.
Yeah.
They would rotate out. Like during the drum solo,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, whatever. They had two guitarists doing two different guitar solos, so the rest of the band would have breaks.
Would that be like the worst thing? Like you're a father of a daughter. Would that be the worst thing you would hear in the near future?
Def Leppard now?
No.
Oh, God, yes. The drummer.
And then I went on the tour bus.
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, the point, like parenting really, the biggest win in parenting, I think, is being able to give your kid the decision-making ability that they make generally good decisions.
Right.
That is not a good decision.
That is not a good decision.
No, and I know they're going to, like, she's going to make some bad choices. That's a bad one.
That's a bad one.
That's a bad one.
Yeah, and you don't want to find out about it.
No, I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
at a certain point, you're just like, I just don't want to know.
You know, my one ex, that was a final straw.
Oh,
she went on a bus, and it was like, I mean, I feel like it was, payback.
Yes,
But still,
yes, but yeah. But that was also the right decision.
Yeah,
on your part.
And I still don't like that band.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Interpol.
Interpol.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Again, in public, and like, this is like, it's kind of like, because like sex is a good, healthy thing. I guess paying for it is the problem, or
Paying for it's not really a
or
problem.
public.
That's a morality issue.
It's
problem,
illegal.
It is illegal. Yes, it's illegal in most places.
Right. Because Robert Kraft's
it's illegal in Jupiter, Florida. That's for sure.
Soliciting prostitution.
Yep.
It's illegal. But someone like a Hugh Grant, this is going back a little ways.
Divine Brown.
Divine Brown.
Yes.
He was getting oral services from a hooker.
Divine Brown.
Divine Brown. In his car on Sunset Boulevard.
Well, Hugh Grant, top of his game,
Top of his game,
by the way. Charming, doing that kind of shit all the time.
Floppy hair.
Every woman liked him.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom down to nerdy girls, down to your
Right,
girlfriend,
he made a
always
career
liked him.
of being like the rom-com, like perfect English gentleman.
Lovable
Like,
scamp who didn't really
like,
have it together, but came
awkward
around.
and shy,
Yeah.
but
You-
sexy. And like,
If you don't know who Hugh Grant is,
Yeah.
Google him. You'll figure it out in 2 seconds looking at his haircut.
real life Hugh Grant getting his knob
Real life
polished
Hugh
and fucking
Hold up. Real life Hugh Grant was dating Elizabeth Hurley. Top of her game. By the way,
yeah.
Elizabeth Hurley, keeping it tight right now.
Yeah.
I mean, she is
Yes.
not far off the top of her game.
today.
She just happens to
Elizabeth
be
Hurley is impressive.
60 or creeping up on 60.
Yeah.
She looks great. Looked even greater then,
Oh yeah.
arguably.
Outrageous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
outrageously, like one of the top.
Right.
top
But he's
people.
still going out.
And
to-
he had to leave her in the hotel. I think he might have been with her in LA at the time. Left
know.
her. I guess that's why maybe he didn't go back to the hotel. I feel like you got Hugh Grant money in the 90s. You could get yourself a hotel room.
Right. But was it a thing where he's driving on Sunset Boulevard?
Oh
and
no, my erection. Oh no, I have to do something with this massive erection.
Back then,
My
and-
charming erection.
I mean, it used to be prevalent in cities. I know in
Streetwalking.
Philly, streetwalkers.
Yes, it was much more prevalent.
You know, you get a tap on the window and you want to have a little party. And-
Pre-internet.
Yeah. So what if he was just like bucket list, spur of the moment? Yeah, get in. I'll take a blowjob.
I don't know that his head was at bucket list because I don't think bucket list was a huge thing then either.
Right. No,
But yeah, I mean, he
like
had
a what the fuck moment.
and also Divine. I'm sorry, Divine Brown. I'm gonna put it nicely. No Elizabeth Hurley.
No, yeah. Right. But maybe that was part of it. It's you always want the opposite of what you have.
Yes. Well, she was very much opposite.
Yeah.
Check the picture.
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna put a picture up.
Yeah.
That's
we're gonna,
So you see where we're coming from. Yeah. Also, look at his mugshot.
Yeah.
Charming. He was like,
Yeah,
hold
he's
me.
like,
He's shrugging. He's like, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then another is R.I.P. Paul Rubens
Ah, man.
whacking it in a porn theater.
Now, victimless crime, unless there was somebody sitting in front of him.
Right, but it's still a
which case,
crime. Right.
Shot in the back of the head.
Yeah. It's like,
Jesus. Pee-wees. But, I mean, again, this was a while ago. It's pre-internet.
yeah.
I don't know that he was close to home. Probably not close to a VCR. I feel like some of the...
Yeah, like, whack it off. You can do alone in New York.
Yeah, but I feel like, the thrill was in not doing it home
right,
alone. It was in doing it in public.
Yeah.
But also in public, he wasn't like, hey, everybody. Yeah. He was in a movie theater.
Dark movie theater.
Dark and movie theater.
And it was an adult movie theater.
Also in he wasn't jerking it to Fern Gully.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, he was in a porno theater. And also
been impressive, though.
To get hard to Fern Gully? Yeah. Also, the other thing was it was a routine bust of that porn theater because what else happens in porn theaters? People have... It's a place to take your hooker, I think, and to jerk off.
Yes.
So there they went. And he got busted. Bad timing.
Right.
That's if nothing else. But it did allow Paul Rubin to have one of the greatest moments on television ever, which was his comeback a few weeks or months later at the MTV Music Awards, where he walked out on stage to massive applause, dressed as Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee, yeah.
And said, "Heard any good jokes lately?" Which was amazing.
Yeah, it's
amazing after being talked about on every late night show for weeks.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Yeah, you got to laugh at that.
Probably not worth it.
No.
But pretty funny.
Another public is George Michael.
Now, George Michael got a raw deal.
He got a raw deal.
Now, I still feel like...
From what I read.
Now, I don't remember all the details, but it feels like that was complete entrapment.
Yes. That's how I saw it.
And I don't know if the charges were dropped on him or what. Did you look it up?
I think they did.
He didn't go
I
to
think
court, right? He didn't spend time in jail.
I think they dropped
it,
and I think they did see it as entrapment.
Okay, good, because it felt like that. It felt like he got railroaded.
Yeah.
And not in the way he was hoping.
The cop followed him into the bathroom. The cop hit on him, and the cop pulled out his hog.
That's
there's the entrapment.
There's the entrapment right there.
Yeah,
also, this was not, in my mind, it was a rest stop or a park, and it was not, right?
No, yeah, it was in a restaurant in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, that's entrapment, dude. You
Yeah,
followed George Michael to the bathroom to try to get him.
Right. And the funny thing is, like, they say that's when he was outed. It's like, if you didn't know George Michael was gay.
Guys, we all knew.
When he was in Wham.
It's like Liberace.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, can you believe he was gay? It's like,
yeah. For the, within 10 seconds of seeing him.
Yes, he wore capes all the time. And never solved a crime or rescued anyone.
Now the next guy is fascinating to me. It's a little more current. Only because, all it was, I don't even know what to say. It was adultery. It was publicly, the cat, left the bag in the public eye. But we found out that he was a serial adulterist. Is Tiger Woods.
Oh, right. Well,
he was chased out of his house by his Playboy Playmate wife with ironically, a golf club. He left the house in his bare feet and was chased down his neighborhood, whatever. And it came out that...
Didn't he crash into a tree? Wasn't that what stopped the car from moving forward? Like I think he crashed it in the driveway.
But wasn't she still chasing him? And like I think she took out the.
No, I think Tiger Woods' driveway is probably bigger than most, longer. So I feel like he was making his way out the driveway, crashed, and she smashed the back windshield with the club. Because I seem to remember a picture of a club and a back windshield.
Yes, I too. But then it came out that it wasn't a one-time fling.
Man, he was rotten with it, huh?
Holy shit!
Holy moly!
Allegedly, 120 women.
Wow, that is
Tiger Woods.
So many women,
and like they're all like, and it's like weird, and it's just like it was from
like
waitresses, strippers, porn stars. There was a nightclub manager. It was like those are the ones that came
she was
out.
on the reg, right? Because she was like, "Oh, I'm his girlfriend."
Yes,
I seem to remember. Yeah. I remember her being interviewed a couple times. I remember because she was actually kind of fascinating,
right? Yeah.
Like she really, because she put herself out there, and she, and I found her very, very interesting. But like, I remember her and a Denny's waitress, and I was like, that's bananas.
But
especially
it was
when
like
you look
hostesses. It's like it's just wherever he would go while he's golfing, he was just banging everyone.
He had the poison in him, and he had to get it out.
And I guess he went to.
He must have had very, very small window of post-nut clarity.
Only played found up right away.
Yeah.
Like he had a.
But also, he was like, I got to keep emptying out if I'm going to play at this level.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. The fascinating thing that I find in all this, I watch a lot of sports. I watch ESPN. I've seen Tiger Woods try to make a comeback after comeback. And like they're saying, oh, his back and his back surgeries and all this. No, he got outed in public. And from that very day, his career has shit the bed. Why doesn't it come up every time he doesn't make a cut on the weekend? How every tournament that he loses horribly at now, come back to that one day. And he's became a head case.
Well, I think, although I think it's very funny to go back to every ESPN thing and every time they say back, replace it with bag. And then you really look at it differently. Yeah. Or even if you just censored all those clips and just beeped it out where it would be like Tiger Woods with another injury. And you just, you assume it's dick every time. But I mean, I think more than anything, I think you just said it. It was psychological.
It's all psychological.
It's all psychological.
It all is. I mean, he won one tournament after that, I believe, or something. But anyway, I mean, he shit the bed. He lost all his endorsements. It was just like it was. And insane.
Then drove a car 140 miles an hour on Mulholland Drive. I mean, that's crazy behavior.
Yeah. Oh, this is my personal opinion. I have claimed on no facts.
I think we've established that there's no facts.
Yeah. But that just seemed like either a big cry for help, or he was trying to take his life. That's how I saw it. I mean, he was driving so fast, and it wasn't like it came up on him on his fight. Like it's known, he's driven it many, many times. Everyone knows that that's like a very precarious turn. Like he was like the time of day
I get
he was
that.
doing.
I get that. I see it as thrill seeking and trying to fill that empty void of like constantly cheating on your wife and
It could have been a really dumb
coming
decision.
in strangers.
I don't know. I don't. It's my own armchair psychology take on it.
But I think there's definitely I think if you're a sex addict, as I think he claimed to be at one point, right?
He went to therapy.
But he's not, because you can't be a pussy addict. If you're a sex addict clinically, it's going to be more like shame. You're going to like jerk off to the internet constantly. You're going to let a guy suck you off. Tiger Woods specifically was thrill seeking with women that were not his wife.
Right.
Trying to, I think it was more some sort of deeper psychosis than a sex addict. Going in, that makes for a Good People magazine cover, being like, I cured myself. I'm not a sex addict anymore. Or like, sorry, I fucked up, everyone.
But the one thing, I may or may not have looked at the qualifications of being a sex addict, like what defines a sex addict. And they say if it affects your work or family life.
Do you think that affected his work or family?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. I think he lies firmly.
When we look at the chart and we see all his victories and then we see that date, and then all of a sudden this fall,
but
to
it's never brought
nothingness.
up. Like I don't
weird,
know.
right?
Like he's the best golfer ever to walk the earth, and he was worth billions of dollars. Do you think he has enough power to like gag like I will never do another interview again if you constantly bring up that day? It's never brought up. It's never brought up.
The thing is it's never brought up now either, which is crazy because it's like he holds
he
no
needs to
he
stop.
holds no water
it's
now
like,
as far as
it's in like I'm not a huge golf fan, but like I know Tiger Woods and I followed his career and it was amazing. And now it's embarrassing. He's embarrassing himself. And he keeps having more and more back surgeries. The people operating on him should be arrested. It's just like the thing I learned from Howard Stern, who had chronic back problems and never believed it was mental, finally gave into it and started seeing a therapist for his back problems, like swears by it now. It's mental. It's stress.
Dr. Sarnoff, I've read his book.
Yes.
I have read his book. I read his first book. I never read the second one or any after that.
Stress-induced pain. It's real pain. You have pain. You have a back problem, but it's not physical. It's mental.
It's mental. Yeah, it's mental. 100%. That is a real thing.
I'm sorry I'm getting like so worked up over it because it's just like because every weekend he trots his lame ass out there and he shits the bed and he blames his back. It's like
it's funny.
Fuck.
I don't watch golf with any real regularity, but I do have to say I think I've stopped watching golf with the sound on since Tiger Woods incident.
Right.
I don't think I just, if I ever have it, I'll turn it down because I have no interest in anything that's being said. And I don't, and you know what? It's like I don't know anybody currently on the tour. Like I don't, not the way you knew Tiger Woods. Not the way, John Daly, any of these guys.
It's like watching Tyson fight. Like,
yeah.
Did I watch boxing before Tyson? No. But god damn, you'd feel like you're missing out if you weren't watching Tiger Woods. Or, Tyson fucking just decimates
funny? What's funny because of the topic today. We live in a society, and it's not just America; it's most of Europe. But the puritanical American sensibility is a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
We live in a society where boxing is a sport, and a boxer can be a hero, but masturbation is frowned upon.
Right? Oh no, it's insane.
We don't talk about masturbating, but boxing is news.
Yeah,
it's pay-per-view.
Yeah. Oh my god, I know.
That's a real problem. I think.
Yeah,
it's
so brutal. It's like MMA. The popularity of MMA is just amazing. Like I have a hard time sitting through it. It's just like call me a pussy. I don't give a fucking shit. It's fucking two dudes just fucking tuning each other up. It's like if you find enjoyment in that, I think there's something wrong with you.
I don't remember who said it. I don't know if I don't remember the comedian that said it, but they said watching MMA is like watching two guys fuck each other and one of them just realized they're not gay.
That's brilliant.
I mean,
do you have a name for you?
I don't know if it was Ari Shafir. It might have been Ari Shafir. I'm not sure, but it is such a funny line because there's always one guy trying to punch behind him.
Yeah, it's like
panicked.
I don't like this.
I don't like what's happening. It's so astute.
Yeah,
I don't like MMA, but I do have to say I've been following these videos now of all this like weird Russian fighting. Which is like
Jesus fuck.
Phone booth fighting, which is two guys get in a phone booth and fight each other.
Fuck.
Car slapping, which is two guys get in a car, they seatbelt themselves in next to each other and try to slap the shit out of each other. There's several.
Like, there's something amusing about that. I don't know.
All right, you know what?
Like,
I'm gonna do
to ring a bell and say go.
I'm gonna do some better research on this, like alternative
we gotta
fighting,
get back to sex.
and I'm gonna get you some videos, and we're gonna watch them. Not now. We'll do that later. Gary,
Awesome.
make a note. Make a note.
The other massive adultery scandal was R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
Oh, Kobe.
Kobe.
Ooh, Kobe.
But it's just like it's so tough because he did turn his life around and he did be.
Wait, he did turn his life around. It was going fucking great for him.
No, he wasn't. Before all that, he was a villain. We're from Philly, and he's a Philly native, and I hated him.
I still don't like him. I don't even like him in death.
When he came into the NBA, I wanted to take a 2x4 to his face.
Nah, I never liked
He
Kobe.
had the most punchable face. He was the most smug asshole. He was a villain. And when he was, I think I put the dates, he was 25 years old when he allegedly raped a young lady in a hotel room. And he was married at the time with kids.
Yep.
I think she was pregnant at the time.
Ooh, not
Yeah,
the girl. The
So
wife.
even like the charges got dropped because the witness refused to testify. So it got kicked.
They kicked the criminal case.
Yeah, they kicked the criminal
That was
case.
in like Colorado
I'm not
somewhere. I think it was. I
sure.
don't think it was Denver. I think it was like
Right.
like a resort in Colorado.
And there's a lot of things going on
You
with
can
the
look
young
this
lady.
up.
It was
Yeah,
like there's
yeah,
a lot of
you
things.
can look up anything that the defense used against her.
But we're just looking at Kobe's life as a celebrity, and like this huge scandal in the middle of it is like, and then they did a civil case against him, and he paid it off, $2.5 million.
Right. He just paid to make the case go away.
Went away.
Okay.
He turns around and publicly gives his wife a $4 million apology ring.
And he did an apology press conference with her,
Right.
with the ring on,
With the ring. And like the ring was it was like,
which made him
was
so
it
much
like
worse.
just something, literally something shiny to distract you from the brutal
the crime,
sex.
the crime you committed,
Right.
allegedly.
Allegedly. We don't know.
We don't-
like,
we
we'll
weren't
never
there.
know
We
if
weren't
it
there.
was consenting or not, but it was adultery.
We'll never know if she became a helicopter mechanic either.
Oh, shit, dude. Not cool. That's on you, man. That's why bad things happen to us.
Look, Kobe's kids, they don't deserve that.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Kobe Bryant and all those
Yeah,
other people
no.
that
But
we've
he
never,
did turn his-
whose names we don't know,
like,
didn't
he-
deserve to die in that helicopter crash.
But
It's just a
he
joke.
literally became like the perfect dad. He was the, what do you call them, girl dads or something?
Yeah.
Because he had
four,
all girls.
4 or 5 girls.
And I just watched ESPN special about the surviving basketball team that his daughter was on. That he
Oh,
coached.
Jesus. Oh,
I cried through the whole fucking thing, you know. But
terrible.
but he was, and like, you know, he was doing, you know, he won more championships, and like he scored 60 points on his last game. Like he became this legend, where it was kind of weird, like, but something that horrible kind of straightened him out because he was an NBA villain.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
I didn't
good,
really have.
but
I mean, at that point, he hadn't won a championship at that point, had he?
I think he did.
He did.
Yeah,
He had won one.
He won them with Shaq. This happened. Then the rest he won on his own.
Okay, so he won 2 at that.
I
No,
I
one-
don't,
one
it
was
was
it.
2003.
So he had one championship, right? I mean, we know that he had
2001.
He had won.
Yeah.
We know of. We
Over-
remember.
yeah.
Ugh.
That did not go well for the Sixers.
Nah.
But yeah, but it's like, you know, it's just so crazy. You know, like now there's murals of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a redemption story, I guess. You know, it's like there's a lot of unanswered questions.
Look, I mean, the one thing, the one knock, I guess he's always going to have against him is like, did he do right by the victim? Mm-hmm. Now, He gave her $2.5 million. I don't know if he did right by. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not here to pass judgment on that. Passing judgment is a different game we're going to play
and
later.
Payoffs aren't always like I'm guilty, so I'm paying someone up. It's that I don't want a year and a half, 2 years of everyone talking about it. It's like it's for you to take the next turn. We'll never know about guilt or innocence, but we do know that it happened.
That's
like
correct.
the sex.
There we
happened.
go. There we go. We know. We know what happened.
The next subject with sex scandals, which is like very odd because you don't know if they were premeditated or if they truly were stolen or leaked or whatever, is sex tapes.
Well, I always when I think of sex tapes and fame, I always think of the one really premeditated one, which was Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
Huh?
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter, whose name I don't know, made a sex tape and told her dad, I'm making a sex tape and putting it out there. And Lawrence Fishburne said, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
And she said,
that had me on my head.
Look what it did for Kim Kardashian.
Right. Yeah.
Guess what? Not a foolproof formula.
No. Yeah. I mean, just think of how many leaked sex tapes that no one cares about happened hoping for that residual fame.
I mean, hoping for the bump, but even just a bump, I think, because like the that guy from Saved by the Bell,
Screech.
Yep, he put a sex tape out.
Yeah, that was more sad than.
But
he also became a porn star, didn't he?
Oh, I don't.
I
thought he put out a sex tape because it was because his career was tanking.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think
that was
dead.
bizarre. I don't know too much about it. Yeah, he is dead.
Oh, okay. There you go. I know that, but not Lawrence Fishburne's daughter's name.
Well, did you see her sex tape?
I didn't. You know what's funny? I've never seen her sex tape. I don't know that anyone has. I've never seen the Pam and Tommy tape. I've seen him honk the horn with his dick, but I've never seen them have sex. I think it scared me so much. I was like, I can't watch this. I've never seen.
Spoiler alert. He honks his boat.
His boat horn.
He steers his boat with his.
It doesn't ruin the plot, I don't think. I think he'll be fine. I've never seen the Kim Kardashian tape.
I saw it. Yeah.
I've never seen the Paris Hilton tape.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I remember seeing a scene.
Now you know why I checked to see if I was sex.
Yeah, that's good. Good thing you took the test.
Never affected my work that day.
I'm going to tell you something. It affected your work.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a scene from Paris Hilton, like in a mirror talking in a bathroom in a bra.
Yeah.
And the guy was such a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh. I was like, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I was like, that is going to make my dick soft. Nope, not watching it. So I don't know that I've watched any real celebrity sex. I mean, those are the big ones.
Are the big ones. Yeah, I have Tommy and Pam, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, and then Rob Lowe is the one that got busted.
She was underage, right?
She was underage.
Yeah, so don't watch that.
Yeah, don't watch that.
Don't watch that.
I don't think you can. I've never seen.
I would certainly.
That one I've never seen.
That feels like like
when the scandal was happening. They showed blurred out shit.
Yo,
I saw that.
I just heard this on the Disgraceland podcast, which I highly recommend. It's a great podcast. But he just did one on R. Kelly.
Yeah.
One of the R. Kelly sex tapes was a very popular, and I don't know that people knew necessarily that the girl was underage at the time,
right?
Or that it was R. Kelly fucking somebody on a tape he made. That tape was like a big street tape, like it got sold on streets.
Yeah.
There was Tower Records selling that.
No.
Yeah, because I guess Tower Records got decentralized at one point, and they would stock their own stuff that sold well in different markets.
Oh, right. Like a franchise.
Yeah. Ish. They almost operated like that, I guess.
Right.
Again, I didn't follow up on it, so I don't know. But yeah, that they were selling them in Tower fucking Records.
That's insane.
Now, this is the end of Tower Records when it wasn't good anymore. Because it wasn't like a mecca that it used to be. But isn't that fucking bananas?
That is bananas.
I assume no one was like hip to it being underage at that point. Because that's
you'd like to assume.
hugely criminal and morally reprehensible that you would buy that tape knowingly.
Now, to Miss Fishburne's credit, these people are doing pretty well for themselves now. It's
you know what? That's so funny you say it. I had this thought the other day. Who, in your estimation, is the world's most successful porno star?
doing porn or outside of porn?
Just from being a porn star. Because, I mean, doing porn, you don't get really successful, but like residuals.
Guess Jenna Jameson.
Kim Kardashian.
They consider her a porn star because
she made a porn. Did you know who she was?
No.
Right. She was. I'll fill you in. She was.
But she had famous parents.
Doesn't fucking matter.
No, I think it does. I think it has legs.
It has legs because. Well, here's the thing. You didn't know who she was, but she was Paris Hilton's personal assistant.
And when did Paris Hilton? What's the timeline? Do we know that?
I don't know the differential on their porn tapes, but I feel like Paris Hilton's tape was out. But Paris Hilton was also a celebrity. The tape came out, and then I think Kim Kardashian. I think that's a chronology that we can follow.
I don't.
No. I think she had TV shows before. Because I remember reading. I remember reading about. She was
like the society it girl because she was an heiress.
Yes.
Right. So she would just show up at parties, and you're just
I remember
someone like She would get paid like $100,000 to show up at someone's party.
Yes, I remember in like '99 or 2000, her and her sister being written up in Vanity Fair magazine.
Right. Yeah. And
just as socialites.
Right. I forgot about the sister. She was a fashion designer, right?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Yeah. But if you look at it as I was in a tape having sex, sold that tape, and parlayed that residually into money, Kim Kardashian is arguably the world's most successful porno star.
Right.
Also, don't forget
I don't think you could call her a porno star because she didn't get paid for the sex work.
But
she didn't get paid for it.
Didn't she? Because allegedly, her mother heard this tape was coming out and said, let's strike a deal. And she got paid for that sex tape. Pamela Anderson never got a dime for that sex tape until way after the fact.
I was going to say, it's like, the fact that they didn't make any money, Pam and Tom, I can see why. I mean, it's fucked up that your mother is saying this, but I mean, there's a fucked up family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a stretch to call her a porn
I stand by
star.
that.
No.
I stand by. She's contributed nothing else besides that sex tape.
No, I mean, it's like she's contributed nothing you like.
Well, I don't need Spanx.
No, I know, but that's where she's made all her money is that. But her reality TV show is watched by millions. You don't watch it, and you don't like it.
No.
So
I don't.
She has spun her sex tape into celebrity, but it was just like at the time it was Kardashian, OJ's lawyer's daughter has a sex tape.
That's because it was the only thing they could connected to.
Right.
That was of something you would know.
If not, it was just so big.
If not, it was just an amateur sex tape.
So OJ, she owes all her fame to OJ killing 2 people.
Wow, that is so much worse than what I said. That is so much worse.
You're connecting dots. You're making broad.
You just made it so much worse.
But that's who they connect. Kim Kardashian. Kardashian was OJ's lawyer. Yes or no? And he became famous during...
I'm not being a trial. Yo, by the way, I know it might be difficult.
When you like stop. I'm like,
It might be difficult because it would be a hard day, but our private investigator friend
Yes.
who was a private investigator in LA during the OJ thing,
Yeah.
has an amazing story about everything he was shown.
Can he talk about it?
I think he would. He told me one day. I mean, he's drunk, but
Can he publicly tell it?
I don't know.
3 people watching this podcast.
yeah. I mean, it might be worth bringing him in to tell that story.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Because you're like, if that's the truth, and it's not like a super stretch, you're
Yeah.
like, that's plausible.
No, I always liked the fact that we knew a PI, like a serious, like for real PI.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we, the characters we hang out.
It's good. It's good to have one. It's good to know one.
Oh yeah, without a,
Yeah.
it got us
saved
out
us. Yeah,
of a huge
big
problem.
Yeah.
Huge problem.
Ah, we got 2 things we could talk to them about.
So
we should bring
can we
them
say
back.
that, Dan? Thank you, Dan.
Dan, thank you for that.
Thank you.
That one.
Solid.
That one was a real solid.
Yeah. Because I was sweating. That.
Yeah. I don't want to say there was any B
I
and
mean,
E
it
or
wasn't
anything,
our
but
fault, but
Thank you.
he set the slate clear.
we got. I mean, we did. There was blowback on that. There was
Yeah.
residual damage.
Right,
But
it could have been.
It could have been a lot worse.
A
Thanks,
problem.
Dan. We're gonna have you in for an episode.
Yes, for
All right.
sure.
What else you got? Because I want to wrap this up. I'm
Okay.
getting hungry.
Jive and Honeys.
Highly recommended, which is a new thing.
Yes.
So you might not really know what this is yet. Anyway, this is where we tell you things that we think are great because sometimes there's nothing to watch.
Yeah. It's a thing, and it's in my household. It falls on me. I get handed the
100% on me.
remote and say, "Find us something to watch." And I'm like, "Oh God, damn it!" But half the stuff my wife doesn't want to watch that I would want to watch. So it's just like it's.
My wife texted me last week and asked how to turn the TV on. So there's 2 remotes. So
Yeah.
like I get like in a streaming whatever. But yeah, that's where we are. So
Yeah, I know. It's a thing.
it's a thing.
So, we're going back. It's like it's okay to rewatch some old stuff that's really good. So that's what we're doing.
There's
It's
some
just
really,
like,
really amazing stuff out there that's already been produced.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's
and
great.
this episode was about sex scandals, and so just as sex as a theme. My first one, it's not really a scandal, but there's some irony to it. Angel Heart.
Oh, no. But there was a scandal. It was so scandalous that Dr. Bill Cosby said,
well, yeah.
"You're fired," and fired Angel Heart star Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet, who starred in it, she was on the Cosby Show, which is the most wholesome,
America's
American
Dad.
Pie, she went and
Didn't see that
did
coming.
this sexy movie with Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro called Angel Heart. It was 1987. The director was Alan Parker.
That's right. It was Alan Parker, Sir Alan Parker. He was
Oh,
knighted.
is he?
Yeah.
He directed Fame, which made me go to art school. I loved Fame. Midnight Express.
Yep, Midnight Express.
Mississippi Burning, and The Commitments. Which
Yeah,
I
which
really
the Commitments is a great
I
movie.
love.
That's a good
I love that
rack.
movie.
Yeah.
But this is a movie filled with sex, the occult,
Voodoo.
voodoo. So it's like
But it also a detective movie. It
yeah.
is by nature a noir. It starts at least as a noir detective.
it's definitely yeah. And like there's murders and twists.
Is it set in the?
He goes down.
I know he goes to New Orleans.
He goes
but
down to New Orleans.
It starts in New York, but what decade is it set in?
I think it's current. I thought
Okay.
it was
Well, I
current.
didn't know if it
I'm
was-
not 100% on that. But the other thing,
I could look it up.
The characters' names are so amazing. Mickey Rourke is Harry Angel.
Right. Yes.
And
Hence
the
Angel
best, Robert De Niro.
Oh, that's
Do you know?
yeah.
Louis Cypher.
Louis Cypher. That's right.
Lucifer.
In case you didn't pick
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
he plays the devil.
He plays the devil in this also thing. And they're looking for the lost musician, Johnny Favorite.
Johnny Favorite. That's right.
Johnny
Favorite's
Favorite.
the musician. That's right.
And Lisa Bonet gets caught up in this like voodoo thing.
But
So-
she also hang on, because she had like a indigenous like Native American name.
Oh, I had it written down.
Epiphany Proudfoot.
Like Proudfoot. Yeah.
Epiphany Proudfoot is quite a name.
Yeah, but like, I love that. Like those are such literary, like awesome, like noir names.
Yeah. Yes. 1955 New Orleans. So
1955. There you go. All right. Yeah, because it was right after the war.
Yeah.
He comes back from the war.
Yeah.
There's a giant twist. It's like, I See Dead People twist.
Yeah,
It's a major twist. We're not going to give that away.
Awesome ending.
But I think it's so funny that Bill Cosby threw a fucking gasket and fired Lisa Bonet from the show.
Like really putting her in jail, in showbiz jail.
In showbiz jails
for like 15, 20 years.
As an adult, did a mature sex movie that... I don't want to say sex movie. It's a sexy movie. There's very erotic.
Dude, that sex scene. Do you remember it?
It's so good.
It is steamy. Bananas.
Yeah.
She was great. Well, it's not just steamy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is so good.
It is so crazy, but it is borderline pornographic.
And
weird pornographic, by the way. Like, it's not the kind of sex normal people ever have had.
But I always find this. The people that always do that hard stand, that line in the sand, that's black and white. This is good. This is bad. He's a convicted rapist now.
Yep. Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Way to hold people down over your morals, you dirtbag. By the
way, Mickey Rourke and Lisa Bonet were both so hot in this movie.
Oh yeah. Mickey Rourke, it's like
he's like that's like his Barfly era, right? That was like
I saw an interview with him. He said he was about to give up this acting shit, and then I read Angel Heart, and it brought me back in. Yeah. And it was just like
it's a great one.
He is such an odd bird. It's a good movie. It's got twists. It's murder. It's noir. It's voodoo.
Yep. Good nudity. Shit. Lots of weird blood.
Yeah.
Chickens.
Lots of
heads.
Chickens. Yeah. It's like it's good.
it's great.
And a twist that like you won't see it coming. It's cool.
I picked up on a. On what I found to be one of the more embarrassing scandals, because man, he just didn't look good in that particular film, which was the Colin Farrell sex tape. If you don't remember Colin Farrell, he had a sex tape with a model that he was dating for a while, and man, he just dude don't look great naked. Yeah. But that being said, Colin Farrell, who I think is a great actor. And not just because of In Bruges, which is an amazing film, but also because of this film, which is Crazy Heart.
Crazy Heart
with Jeff Bridges.
Remind me, guys.
You don't remember the
Crazy? It's with Jeff Bridges.
Yes. So, and it's an amazing soundtrack, just an amazing soundtrack. So it's 2009. Maggie Gyllenhaal's in it. Who, whatever, take her or leave. Scott Cooper directed it, who, I'm not sure what else he directed.
What's the plot? Give me.
I'll give you the logo. A faded country musician is forced to reassess his dysfunctional life during a doomed romance. Yeah,
he's a miserable fuck until Maggie Gyllenhaal gives him a life slap and gets his shit together.
Yes, it is. Bad Blake was Jeff Bridges, Tommy Sweet. I mean, these are, by the way, these are amazing names. Johnny Favorite, like
Colin Farrell had.
I don't remember the musician. Tommy Sweet.
All right,
but it was.
Oh yeah.
It was a really sweet movie, like eventually sweet movie.
Yes,
it had to come around a little bit.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, the music's amazing.
It is.
It looks great.
I do remember it. Yeah.
It was during a period where I think there was a lot of Western stuff coming out, and it kind of got washed out by a lot of other things.
And Jeff Bridges is very natural in it. Like he's
super natural,
like
where you're like
perfect for
has
him.
He been waiting to be
a
country singer all his life?
Right. He plays a guitar, so it's like it's
so great.
Yeah. I would not, like in a million years, I would never remember that Colin Farrell was in it.
Yeah. I mean, he's like third bill in it, but it's Jeff Bridges' movie. It's Maggie Gyllenhaal's movie. It's for sure. Yeah. But I also wanted to make fun of Colin Farrell's dick.
Yeah. I was trying to think all the while. The only thing I could think of was the Irish Curse.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
Yes.
But also, if you want something that's a little more Colin Farrell heavy, In Bruges is just an amazing movie.
In
so you should
Bruges.
watch that too.
Yeah.
But I
Definitely.
figured a lot of people have seen it because I was an Academy Award.
And there's a little
nominees.
person. There's a key character in Bruges. It's so great.
Yes.
My quick current, I like to do a current series to kind of throw in there. No scandal at all. But it's a modern thing that is, I don't even know. It's a romance with a lot of sex. And I don't know why I even watched it. I don't know what called it. It's a series called Normal People. It's a small town Irish. It's couple.
Irish. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
It's Daisy Edgar Jones, who looks like she's going to have a career.
She's going to have a hell of a career. It looks like she's blowing up.
And she's teamed up with Paul Mescal,
who who's also blowing up.
He's blown up. And he kind of has a Channing Tatum vibe to him. He's kind of like a quiet, good-looking, dude.
Yeah.
It's like... But what he
looks like he's going to erupt with anger at any second.
Yeah. But early Channing Tatum did too. He kind of had that.
Yeah, but he was so pretty. Yeah, he's so much prettier.
This
guy's good looking, but like
good
in a more like
kind of a very rugged way.
Yeah.
The best thing I can say about it nailed real relationships, real life, and usually like real life stuff.
I have
hits
one
or
of them.
miss.
I don't really. Do I need to watch one on TV? I have
but it goes from like high school to adults. So it's their full lives intertwined, love, sex, all sorts of stuff, and it nails it. It's just like you have those moments where I've been there.
I know that one,
and they nailed it. So it's good, great acting, simple. And it was good.
Yeah,
Normal
it better
people.
be. If you're gonna make me experience things that I already experienced, it better be some good acting.
But with an Irish accent, so
that
it's
makes it
automatically better.
Automatically more charming.
That's it. All right, Angel Heart and
Crazy Heart.
Crazy Heart.
Didn't even think about that. Angel Heart,
Ding.
Crazy Heart. Don't ever do that.
I'm sorry.
Don't
I've
ever.
been watching too much the Olympics, and everyone's doing that.
It's true, they are. You know what? I'm gonna blur that out. I'm going to make sure that gets pixelated and nobody sees it because I don't want...
Actually, I should be thanking you for doing
that. You should. You know what? Because I don't want that to be the giant photo that gets blown up over your casket. You making heart hands. Jesus Christ, man. Have some self-respect. Normal People, Angel Heart, Crazy Heart. Watch those things.
You won't be disappointed.
Get back to us before next week. So that's your homework.
Yeah.
Please
more.
Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Everywhere. YouTube,
more hijinks to come.
iTunes, or wherever you watch or listen to this podcast. Please leave a comment and give us a like, give us a follow. This would be nice too. Let us know if you watched anything.
And tell your friends. Recommend us.
Tell your friends.
We're recommending things to you. Recommend us to other people.
That is such a nice reciprocal thing. Thank you.